Joining me now is Dr. Michael Bruce, the sleep doctor. Welcome.
Thank you.
Sleep, it's so important to us, but what exactly is it and why is it so important?
So sleep is kind of a mystery. We don't actually know why we sleep. We know that we all kind of go into this unconscious state, and then a lot of different things will happen. We know that healing occurs during sleep. We know that our muscular repair occurs during sleep. We even know that our mental restoration occurs during sleep. So sleep is a bit of a mystery, but the good news here is that if you have the right equipment and you know and understand enough about sleep, you'll be able to sleep better.
Here's the question that a lot of people keep asking. How much sleep is the right amount of sleep? And is there a formula or is it an individual thing?
It is actually an individual thing. For example, I'm a 6.5 hour sleeper. I have been my whole life, but I've got patients who may need 8.5 or 9 hours. So everybody's sleep need is individualized. Now the real question is how do I figure that out?
Exactly. How do you figure that out?
So what I have people do is most people wake up at the same time every day. It's usually socially determined, whether it's waking up for work or getting the kids ready for school or something like that. Every sleep cycle is 90 minutes long, and the average person has 5 of those. So if you take that math, that's 450 minutes or about 7.5 hours. So follow me here. If I usually wake up at 6:30, I want lights out at 11.
What happens if you don't get the appropriate amount of sleep on a nightly basis?
You're really going to see at least 3 areas of decline. So one is cognitive, meaning your thinking process. You won't be making decisions correctly, things like that. Next is emotionally. You'll find yourself getting angrier at things that shouldn't normally make you angry. The third is physical. Your reaction time will slow down. So sleep deprivation leads to the 3 biggest areas that can have a problem.
So it's really important to pay attention to.
It's not only important to pay attention to, but what I'd like to think of sleep as is it's kind of the 3rd leg on the stool for health. You've got diet, you've got exercise, you have sleep.
And is it important to be disciplined about when you go to bed?
Actually, it's one of the most important things is consistency in your sleep schedule. If I could tell people one thing that I want them to do to sleep better, it would be going to bed and waking up at the same time, even on the weekends.
What are some of the things that interfere with our ability to drift into sleep? Because it's not like bang, you're asleep, you drift into sleep.
Right.
But we're setting up modern bedrooms where there's all sorts of different gadgets. Do they interfere with our ability to make that transition from consciousness to sleep?
Well, they can. First of all, most people have to realize that sleep is not an on-off switch. It's more like slowly pulling your foot off the gas and slowly putting it on the brake. There's a process that should occur there, and so people need to be aware that it should take you 15 or 20 minutes to fall asleep. Now, you asked my favorite question, which is, what about all the gadgets in the bedroom, right? There's even data now to suggest that using a tablet and reading on a tablet before bed can actually affect your ability to sleep.
Clearly very important to our health, and we're going to discuss different aspects of sleep in future segments. Thank you. Thanks for joining us.